Greetings, Calvary. This is our second quarterly staff update. The first was at the annual meeting given by Pastor Ann. So, our second one, we will be hearing from other folks on the staff. You'll be able to hear what's coming up in the next quarter, how the last quarter has been, and any other pieces that might be helpful. Our hope with each of these quarterly updates is that you feel informed and connected as best as possible. Also, as Pastor Ann noted during the annual meeting, there's no way that we can fully project what's going to happen in the next year. That's one thing COVID has taught us in a whole new way. While we never could fully predict what was going to happen, we had a bit more certainty, maybe at least a bit more belief that we could plan a whole year out. So, we look forward to sharing what is coming up, and if you have any questions, you can contact any of us on staff, or you'll also be hearing from Beth Dickinson, the Chair of Staff Relations. You can always contact her.
Greetings. I am Mary Hulst. It is my great good fortune to work with the segment of Calvary's congregation that we call our home-centered folk. They are our VIPs, our very inspiring people. There are 41 currently on that list. Some still live in their own home as a single or a couple. Some are in senior retirement facilities. Some are in assisted living. Some are in skilled nursing. And then there is a rather vibrant group of 90 and 90-plus-year-olds who still are very active and quite able. Quarterly, I visit all of these folks in a kind of quick fashion over a 3-day period when my husband Jack chauffeurs me all around the city, and this last time it was 248 miles. It's an opportunity for me to deliver some homemade treat to each of them. Might be a homemade applesauce or cookies or homemade muffins or some trail mix. Something simply to let them know they are not forgotten, they are loved, and we really care about them. In between those quarterly visits, I send a personal note each week and usually some kind of an enclosure that helps them to stay in contact and connected to the Calvary congregation. And then in between those quarterly visits, I make phone calls and I make in-person visits where we can catch up and spend more time together. This coming summer, when time is a little bit freer and not so much as scheduled, I will see them on the quarterly visit sometime in July, early, around the 4th of July. And in between now and then, I will see them all and I will talk with them all and I will correspond with them all. These folks are indeed very inspiring. Inspiring with their courage, with their resilience, with whatever it is that they are facing. Their positive attitude is indeed inspiring. And they have many lessons to share. So many of these folks I have known for many years, and I know that they have been leaders and faithful members of Calvary. So of course, we want them to stay connected and not feel that they have been forgotten, because they are not. We love them very much.
Hello, Calvary. David Farwig here. I'd like to fill you in on what I'm planning for my ministry areas this summer, both in music and as office coordinator and administrator. First, Calvary Choir will recommence its summer schedule by singing once a month in June, July, and August. For June, they will actually be completing the 2021-22 season by singing on June 5th for Pentecost. But then on July 10 and August 14, we will meet at 10 a.m. on those Sunday mornings in the music room and learn an easy anthem for that day's service. All of you are welcome to join us, and I hope to see some returning faces. Additionally, our Jubilation Handbell Ensemble will be rehearsing to ring for a summer morning service. That date is still tentative. If any of you are interested in joining Jubilation, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Being able to read music is a plus, but it's not required. There are other ways to work around that. Only a strong desire to learn, to make music together, and enjoy some fun fellowship. On the admin side of things, once Calvary is fully staffed, my title will change from Office and Administrative Coordinator to Pastoral Administrative Assistant. This will reflect just a slight change in my job description, primarily in that I will be focusing more on assisting the pastoral staff more directly, while letting go of some of the more peripheral office duties like ordering supplies and managing the printers. Calvary, it is an honor to serve you in all my capacities, and I hope we can all enjoy a safe and happy summer.
Here are a couple updates on what is happening in our various ministries for faith formation. We have about a month left for all of our small groups to continue meeting before summer break, and then we will have our Sunday morning forums. We look forward to continuing the I Am Calvary series this summer, and we look forward to posting the lineup of speakers in the coming weeks. This is, if you can't remember, it's been quite a bit. We reach out to folks in our congregation to tell part of their story, and the entire forum is around that. And what it teaches us is that each and every one of us have an important story to share, as well as it helps us connect with one another. So we look forward to being able to share that lineup with you in the coming weeks, and we sure hope each of you will be able to attend during the 9 to 10 o'clock hour this summer. One of the things we feel that we have been missing as staff and what we've heard from you as the congregation is a chance to connect. We really have done a great job at creating hybrid ministries, and we want a chance for all of us to be together in the same place at the same time. So on July 23rd, it's a Saturday, we're gonna have a full day celebration that's gonna look almost like a follow-up to VBS and a youth retreat and adult day retreat, as well as a work day. Might sound a lot and might sound overwhelming, but I promise you we've made the schedule really accessible. Towards the end of May, you'll get that schedule. We really hope that you're able to connect with us and find a way to take part. And if you worship with us outside the Denver metro area, don't worry. We're still gonna have ways for you to participate, ways for you to serve, and ways for you to connect. We want to be sure that we can come together collectively, those of us who worship online and those of us who are here in person, and create a full community celebration on July 23rd. Our summer series is getting figured out when it comes to preaching, but I have a feeling you'll be able to see a good bit around the parables. So we look forward to sharing our summer preaching series with you in the coming month. And ultimately, our hope this summer is that you are able to recharge, rejuvenate, and reconnect. We're so grateful to you, Calvary, for all the ways you continue to show up. You'll get to hear from Miss Angela about what's going on in our children's ministries. Our youth ministry will have an awesome retreat this summer, as well as weekly activities and service opportunities. And we sure hope our adult ministries will be able to do the same. And so we know that the men's group is continuing and the women's group is revitalizing themselves, and we're just grateful for all of our leaders. So if you have any questions about anything pertaining to faith formation, you can reach out to me. And one of the other things I've been doing the last month or so is covering several of the duties in regards to our facilities and operations manager. I am just so grateful to all of you who have helped me find areas of learning in this experience, and a huge thank you to Bill Warren and Beth Dickinson for helping me kind of cover these responsibilities in the interim. Beth will have more on that. And Calvary, ultimately, my hope for each and every one of you is that we find ways to continue to build our beloved community. Thank you for all the ways that you continue to do that. And thank you for being the church, not just here at Calvary, but in everything that you do.
Hello, Calvary. Beth Dickinson here, Chair of Staff Relations since January 30th. As you may have surmised from a few e-news updates, we've been a little busy since then. Here's a quick overview. Resignations and job restructuring resulted in recruitment for a facilities and operations manager, which we filled once. The acceptance was later rescinded, so that one's now open again. The security and setup coordinator, which we filled with Ben Carroll beginning April 26th. The custodian position, also filled with Ben Carroll on a trial basis. The accounting assistant position filled with Yi Wong as of May 4th. And sound tech and senior sound tech positions, which are independent contractors. In the course of this recruiting, we've revised office job descriptions, updated the administrative staff handbook, tweaked benefits to become more competitive, done cost models for the proposed changes, developed new resources for recruiting, which we hope are starting to pay off, created new offer letters and independent contractor agreements, and helped with onboarding for new employees. Since the facilities and operations manager position turned out to be open for more than a few weeks, which was ably filled by Bill Warren during that time, thank you, Bill. Pastor Morgan, Bill, and myself mapped out a plan for coverage using several different people until we had a new manager in place. But mostly right now it's Morgan, so thank you, Morgan. We approved Anne's sabbatical on staff relations, which was subsequently approved by council. And we approved deferring Morgan's sabbatical until 2023. We've tried to keep the congregation informed through e-news updates, though it's been a bit of a moving target on occasion. And I think that's about it, though of course there are lots of details associated with all of that. Many thanks to Pastors Ann, Morgan, and Alice, to Bill Warren, and to staff relations for all of their flexibility and support during what has been a really challenging time for everybody. Thank you so much.
Hi Calvary, I'm here to share with you some quarterly updates from children's ministry. So I wanted to start with, we just changed our Sunday school time to after the children's sermon, after our Word for God's Children, and that's around 10:30, 10:45-ish. Right after that, our children head downstairs. They can all go down as a group, and then they split up. So we have our infants through 2.5, 3-year-olds in one classroom, and then we also have a new pre-K Sunday school classroom with ages 3 to 5-year-olds, and then we have a kindergarten through 5th grade classroom. So the pre-K classroom is new, and it's a great transition. It's a great start for them to transition into the K through 5th grade, so they kind of know how a Sunday school routine works, and it's been going really well, and I think it's a great change for our families and for our church. Another thing that we did, obviously, is Easter. We had our big Easter egg hunt. We filled over, over 1,000 eggs, I think. And it ended up being so many eggs that every kid probably filled their whole basket and then had to go fill it up again, because there just was so many eggs, and it was a lot of fun. And then we had our craft reception, and we had Pastor Morgan got some donuts, and it was a wonderful Easter Sunday. So that's been some of the updates from this past quarter. One thing that I wanted to mention was VBS, which will be taking place July 11th through the 15th, probably from 9 a.m. to noon. But July 11th through the 15th, and our theme is going to be Discovery on Adventure Island, Quest for God's Great Light. So a really, really fun curriculum. I'm really excited to share this with your families and your children, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I'm going to. That's about it for quarterly updates, but I wish you all well.
Hi everyone, this is Pastor Alice with Felicity. Is that you? You say hi. Just giving you a quarterly update about praise and ritual and communications and a few other things. This past Saturday, we had our very first praise and ritual service.
You have no rival, you have no equal, now and forever, God, you reign. Yours is the kingdom, yours is the glory, yours is the name above all names. Yeah, what a powerful name it is. What a powerful name it is.
It was a wonderful, meaningful service. We had a lot of beautiful music. Matt and Holly did a tremendous job in communicating the power of the Easter message. We also had ritual stations. We had a station of life, station of light, and a station of love. We had more people watching online than in person, which I think just shows us that the pandemic attendance church trend is continuing and that more people just feel comfortable or are used to watching from home. So I will be putting more effort in next months in creating more of a ritual space for those watching online. I wanted you to be aware of the dates for praise and ritual for the summer, so you can put them on your calendar and save the date. We have our next one on May 28th, and then on June 25th, July 23rd, and August 27th. So it's always the fourth Saturday for the summer. And we encourage you, please come to the chapel on those days at 4 p.m. Or if you feel more comfortable, watch online and let me know if you need some help in creating your own ritual station, whether that's with candles or icons, photographs, or lights. There are all sorts of ways to make a beautiful ritual station happen for you in your own home. Also coming up in the next few months, we have Pride Fest, June 25th and 26th, downtown at Civic Center Park. This is a tradition by now at Calvary to have a booth down there. So if you are interested in potentially volunteering a few hours to represent Calvary at our booth, this is you want to come? This is a tremendously meaningful time for us as we minister to those who need to know that God loves them and accepts them just as they are. So look out for a volunteer sign up for that. With communications, I'll just be continuing the regular e-news. We have all kinds of different content on there. And if you ever realize that you're not getting your e-news, please let me know. Yeah. And I also will be working on all of our social media and creating digital content for that. And we might even have a podcast audio coming out very soon that you can enjoy sermons just by listening to them on Podbean or Google Podcasts. But keep your eyes out for that, or your ears, I should say. Is that about it? I think that's about it. But it's been great to connect with you in this way. And Felicity sends her love and greetings on this day, right? Yeah.
So you've heard from our staff. We sure hope this helps you know what's coming in the summer quarter, and we look forward to sharing with you in our fall quarterly update what happened over the summer and what you can look forward to as the new program year begins. Calvary, if you have any questions, if you want to know what's going on, please know you can always reach out to us as your staff, and we sure are grateful to be able to serve alongside you. Thank you for being the church.